All right, great. And so will I. Hey, parents. As you know, my name's Graham Matthews, and I run Empowered STEM. And Empowered STEM is an A-level course boutique, and we offer A-level courses in chemistry, biology, physics, and maths for those students that want to attend medical, dental, veterinary, financial programs, and engineering programs at the chosen university in the UK. So, having said that, I wanted to come in for the live stream. The team's got it set up. We're now on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. So I wanted to say hi to everybody. All right. And I want to answer the question of the day. So the question of the day is this. This is a question that we asked all the time by parents, and this is, how can I keep my teen motivated with their A-level studies? Well, it's a good question, and here it is. Here's my answer to it. So there's three things that you need to consider, parents. Now, first off, disclaimer, it's not your teen's fault that they are demotivated with their A-level studies. They are a byproduct of the educational system, which is broken. All right, so here we go. Through no fault of their own, your teen may find themselves in a learning environment at school, at sixth form college, which is not optimal. So this is normally what happens. Your teen has a choice of three possible scenarios. Number one, if they're lucky, then they can have a teacher who is an examiner in the subject. Let's use A-level chemistry. They're an examiner in the subject, or more likely, more often than not, they're assigned a teacher who is, well, what we call a lifer. In the business is known as a lifer, a teacher that is putting in the time. They go by in the 5 years, another 10 years. They're just going through the motions. Or they could be assigned a teacher that is right out of teacher college, has no experience in teaching A-level chemistry, coupled with the fact that some teachers have really good classroom management and other teachers maybe not. So when they're assigned a teacher, really it's a throw of the dice. They could luck out and they could have a teacher who is an examiner in the field and has excellent classroom management skills. And this is an optimal learning environment for your teen to be in. It's very, very rare. What's more likely is that, well, they've either got a teacher who's a lifer with mediocre or poor management skills, or a teacher who is right out of teacher college and no classroom management skills at all. Not the best learning environment for your teen to be in. Now, the next problem that they have is this, is that the teacher is under contract. It's written in their contract that they must cover the entire course curriculum in the specified amount of time. It is law, which means this. When the teacher comes in, they've got to go through the curriculum as quickly as possible. If your teen doesn't understand it, well, maybe come down for some help sessions. They can't really slow down because they've got other teens in the class and they've got to maintain a good grade with, and it's a bit of a rush, especially towards the end of the year when they start running out of time. Or when they start running out of time, they now begin to say to your teen, right, you learn this. You're responsible for this reading. You can do this bit yourself. It's easy. And as long as the teacher has covered it, talked about it, they fulfill their contract. Now, again, not all teachers are like this, but more often than not, teachers run out of time when they're teaching A-level chemistry. The third problem is that the teacher, they don't have any time to do anything else outside of teaching the course content. it's a sprint for them. They have to get through the course content. So number one, if your teen is in this learning environment, and how I think about it is two sides of a coin. On one side of the coin, you've got mayhem and chaos. On the other side of the coin, you have organization and peace. The learning environment your teen is in is most likely mayhem and chaos, because the teacher's trying their best, but they've got to get through the course curriculum. They may not have the classroom management skills or the subject matter expertise that they need in order to be successful at teaching it. And they're trying their best. But when it boils down to it, it's mayhem and chaos. This, to me, is the very first reason your teen is going to become demotivated. Because who can possibly learn in an environment which is mayhem and chaos? Exactly. The second reason that they become demotivated is this, is they don't have the study skills and they don't have the revision strategies that they need in order to be successful. Again, it's not their fault, parents, and it's not the teacher's fault. They are a byproduct of the broken educational system. What happens is this, is that your teen at GCSE picked up the habits of a GCSE student. Well, of course they would. Problem with that is that those habits, those skill sets, those strategies, they don't translate to A level. Why? Well, this is GCSE. This is A level. This is university. The GCSE skill set, the GCSE study skills, the GCSE revision strategies, they're good for GCSE, which is more of a memorization. They're not good for A levels, which is more application of knowledge at unique environments, like the question, they've never seen the question before. Is it your teen's fault? No, because obviously at GCSE, they learned the GCSE study skills and revision strategies. They weren't taught by the teacher at school or sixth form college the A-level study skills, the A-level revision strategies. Why? Because a teacher doesn't have time to teach it to your teen, because they've got to get through the course curriculum. You've got to make sure they covered everything. They've got to deal with the administration. They've got to deal with the paperwork. They've got to deal with the school politics. They don't have time to teach your teen these vital skills and strategies, which means that your teen, again, they don't have the skill set that they need. They don't have the strategies that they need. So what happens is this, is now they start bringing home poor test results. Through no fault of their own, poor test results. One test after the other test, after the other test. And you've got to ask yourself, parents, well, wouldn't that make you feel demotivated? If you were trying your best with the skill sets and the strategies that you had, you kept on failing at it. You kept on failing at it. And the teacher's blaming you because you're not working hard enough. Right? This is the second reason. The third reason then is this. The third reason is that your teen doesn't have the A-level mindset. But again, they got the GCSE mindset. To them, the entire world was GCSE. When they got the 8 or the 9 in GCSE, that was fantastic. And all of a sudden, they move over to the A-level mindset. And the A-levels, and the A-level is a completely different ball game. All of a sudden, the GCSE mindset didn't work for the A-level mindset. No, it doesn't work. It doesn't translate. All right. And so what happens is this, is that they don't have a vision. Your teen doesn't have a vision of what career path they want to go down, what university they want to attend, why they're taking these A levels. They're just doing what they were told, which means that they don't have the mental resilience to keep going because when the going gets tough, because they don't have a vision. And if you don't have a vision, well, you're just drifting around on the ocean like one of these ocean liners that's just, lost its way. It's floating around, one of these ghost ships. And so, of course, the effort that you start to put in, it gets less and less and less because you don't see the vision. You don't have the study skills. You don't have the revision strategies. You keep on failing at it. And so, of course, what happens is this, is that you end up just putting in less effort each and every week. And it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. And of course, you don't have any systems in place. You don't know how to study. You don't know how to revise. You don't know how to organize your day. You don't know how to organize your week. Which again means that you get overwhelmed with the workload, which is demotivating because now you're up all night. You're trying to make the deadline for lab reports, for homework sets, for tests, for exams. And you fall into the trap of memorizing past paper questions. You believe it's your way out. If I can just memorize enough past paper questions. No. Ask your teen, how is that going for them? We call it, well, Ernie was saying, could have gone to medical school. And then you become demotivated, and your teacher says to your teen, you have a really bad attitude when it comes to this subject. You're not really putting in the effort, are you? And your teen is looking at them thinking, if only you knew how much effort I'm putting in. But because of this, they become demotivated. So if you ask me, the 3 reasons why your teen is demotivated with the A-level studies is a poor learning environment, a lack of study skills, revision strategies, and a GCSE mindset. Now, like I said, this is the outcome for your teen if they work in mayhem and chaos. But on the other hand, I said earlier, you know what is another side of the coin, and that's organization and peace. So what would happen to your teen's motivation level if they were working in a learning environment that was organized and peaceful? Now, at Empowered STEM, this is exactly what we do in all of our courses. What we've done is that we've reverse engineered what your teen wants as a grade, A in year 12 and A star in year 13. And we've reverse engineered all the steps they need to do to get there. They've got to start out with a really good learning environment, a peaceful learning environment. So what we do is this, is that we assign your teen in our courses the best tutor. A tutor that is a professional tutor. This is what they do for a living, is that they are a tutor. They've got some skin in the game, and they've got a proven track record of helping teens just like yours earn an A in year 12 and an A star in year 13. So number 1, we assign them a tutor. Number 2, we give them some really good quality resources. I think it's sad when I'm talking to teens and I'm talking to parents and I find out that all your teen gets from the school, from the college, is a small book of questions because they were afraid, they're worried about the photocopying costs, or maybe a handout, or told go out to the internet and look up some papers. That's it. No. In our courses, your teen gets a quality set of notes. They get practice questions before the lesson. They get homework questions which are marked with feedback. and they get access to tests and other resources that they need in order to be successful. Talking about learning environment, the last thing that we blend into our learning environment is our classes are capped at 6. Yeah, we don't do the one-on-one, and we don't do that cheap group tutoring that you see advertised everywhere. We don't do that. Our classes are capped at 6, and the 6 students with the same mindset. They're all there to be successful and help other students earn the A in year 12 and A star in year 13. Now, parents, isn't this a breath of fresh air for your teen? Rather than being in a class of 24, where, oh, some people get it, some people don't. Some people, oh, they think they can pass A-level chemistry. Most of them don't. It's hard. It's difficult. Bringing your teen down, spiraling down to the bottom grades, isn't it better to have your teen in a small class of 6 where all the students want to earn the A and the A star in A-level chemistry, biology, physics, and maths? So when I say learning environment, this is exactly what I mean. It's the peaceful, quality learning environment with the 3 components that your teen needs to be successful. Now, we add to this, baked into all of our courses is this. We teach your teen how to study and how to revise like an A-level student. It makes a world of difference. Imagine your teen having a set of study skills that they can take notes, they can read a textbook, they know how to decipher all the information, decode all the information coming in from the handouts at school. Imagine they were organized. They had a set of study skills and organizational skills that go beyond GCSE, put them at the A level, and start moving up to the university level. Couple this with a set of revision strategies that are second to none. Actually allow your teen to become the type of A-level student they need to become in order to be successful. Or now they've got the study skills and the revision strategies that they need in order to be able to conquer A-level chemistry, biology, physics, or maths. And then what we do is that we give your team the real A-level mindset. Not this stuff that's bandied around at school, the fixed mindset or the growth mindset. Not this silly VESPA stuff. Oh, vision, effort, systems, practice, attitude, all on a couple of pages of handout that they get in during form time by some teacher that is overworked and underpaid, and they scroll it up into a bowl and they throw it into the bin on the way out. How would your teen do in A-level chemistry, for example, if they had the mindset of an A-level student? Do you see now how it would level the playing field for your teen? Okay, and help them earn the grades that they should be earning in the A-level subjects? Now, parents, let me ask you this. Do you think that your teen, if you enrolled your teen in one of our courses, do you think they'd become demotivated? No. It's not like that at school, is it? In our courses, they're always motivated because they're always succeeding, they're always winning. They've got the optimal learning environment, they've got the right study skills, revision strategies, they've got the correct A-level mindset. They're transforming themselves into the type of A-level student that would earn the top grades in their subjects. Okay, and these are the 3 ways that we combat demotivation in A-level subjects by teams. Now, parents, look, if what I say in these live streams, makes sense to you, then what you need to do is reach out to us today. So if you're on YouTube, if you're on Instagram, If you're on TikTok, whatever you're watching, the live stream or the shorts or everything else, you're thinking, yes, Graham, what you're saying makes sense. And I want to learn more. It's really easy to do. Move over to Facebook, make it easy on yourself. Come back into Facebook, leave us a message, and a member of my team will reach out to you today. And on the call, it's a really easy call. On the call, they'll ask, what's the situation with your team in their A-level chemistry, for example? And your team is going to say, how is it going at school? What grade they're getting at school? What the dreams, the aspirations are? But what the roadblock is? What's holding them back? What's making them demotivated? And then we just explain to you, well, this is our course, and this is how our course works. This is a blueprint that we follow, and this is a pathway to success so your team can climb, all right? And we'll help them move from where they are in the markbook grade up to their predicted grade, up to their aspirational grade, up to an A in year 12, an A star in year 13. We'll help them become the type of A-level student they need to become to earn those grades. That they can be competitive candidates for medical, dental, veterinary, financial, and engineering programs at the chosen universities in the UK. All right, so parents, hope I answered the question for you. Have a great day, and I'll see you on the next one.